bit. The hood don't change much. Ever. Maybe one of your neighbors will get like some dough and but otherwise, no issue if it's fine. I think it put me in a space where I grew up around a lot of ethnicities. So Kuzlana, Kulumakalati, Kalamandi, Banda Mnyam, and back in Dala Flokona Labelung, Abelung, Abanjing but Babe Corner. So you see, Kula Lalelo brain nose, Lalelo TKZ, Namandi, like, you know, that old school hip hop player, and then like just in the household, like my brothers jam out Busta Rhymes or DMX, you know, so it just becomes this pot that just some way it just comes out right, even though it's English into that are there, but I mean it just came out right, I guess. I think that's why Namanja I'm clearly like with just like listening to hip hop per se. I listen to anything that's good. So sonically, if it's right and I listen to it. I think it's mainly artists. Have to be like go back. Eminem, definitely. I'd say Pitch Black Afro, definitely. At that time, I think Busta Rhymes, because of how many times he played here. Dr. Machel, definitely. Then, if we bring it back this side, I think Nakona like 50 Cent, the Drakes, I guess, Kendricks, J. Cole's, like just the guys who are pretty good with the pen and are very witty. You can hear it even though sometimes like a Pitch Black Afro, it'll be very candid, but it's something you would never think about, and it's something that works, type of thing. Like Eminem would do the same thing, very candid, but it works. And then the KOs, AKA, and then even the young guys, I think on Nasty C, their time in it has been an influence, but mainly those cats, especially the older cats, especially like Dr. Machel, Pitch Black Afro, Eminem, 50 Cent. I even used to listen to Gorilla Zoe, Ja Rule, and then the R&Bs. Go like oh Babyface, keep going, man. It's crazy. Casey and JoJo. It's a lot, but mainly those old cats though, because you can tell in the way I write. It was simple, because I hated the fact of critiquing people about something that I couldn't do, because I always felt it's unfair, like umuntu to critique you about your art, and they on their best day they couldn't make what you made on your worst day. So it was like, okay, what's born if it's, let me see, like if I suck, then I can accept what I accept. I was blind, and then I'll just leave it at that. So then I just started penning, and then I stopped because I wasn't feeling what I was doing at the time, and the equipment wasn't there, So like I stopped. 2012 I stopped, and 2013 I wasn't writing. Then 2014 my homies hit me up and said, "Yo, we want you to like lead us in a way, I want you to do this, see how far you can go with the music, build something that maybe they can look up to and just ride with." So I was like, alright, if kone pressure kanjalo behind me, then let's do it. Then 2014 I just invested money in sessions, even though I wasn't that good, I feel, but I just invested money into it, paying for beats, paying for mixing and mastering studio sessions. And then until now, I guess. Oh shit. No, night team. It was on a pad. You see, I don't write on pads anymore. I won't clone. because I'd write scratch because my ideas I just the money even my ideas the money write a scratch. So I could never understand abantu who, I've seen even like abantu like I listen to like Eminem. If you look at his pad, it's full of scratches and stuff and all of that. And I've seen abantu abaningi like in Durban or write like that, and I'd never understand how do you know what to read and when to read. I saw this one doc here, Eminem, where he says this is the first line, that's the second line, and this is the third one, and they mixed up. I'm like, oh my god, I can't remember those ones. I can't remember the first rhyme. I went straight to work. I think the first month I was at, I think it's Springfield College. And my end course for electrical, and then a month in, I got a call from a company in Joburg. It said that they wanted to hire me because I used to go to George Campbell, so technical high thing, and when you leave, you drop them your CV. So in matric, they just whoever wants to leave a CV, they leave CVs and stuff, and then they shop them out to whatever companies come through. So they shop them out and stuff. So then I went to Joburg, started as a plant assistant, as a learner fitter, but I was a PA, plant assistant. Then I worked my way to a operator, and then a mechanical fitter. Now I'm a qualified mechanical fitter. It was actually good, because they just traced it back to ubaba, and all that, because ubaba noma they very religious and stuff, the church thing, yes now. So they used to go around like my regional, I'm a choir and stuff, so they were singing, and ubaba was singing everywhere. She's on MC, so I'm like keep up with bass so it's like yeah, so that was the whole vibe. And then when they heard I was doing it, they're like, oh, he's following in his father's footsteps, because I was also on a bike back then. I was riding motorcycles, and my pops was riding motorcycles back then, so everything was just linking up the way it was supposed to link up. So yeah, the whole thing was dope. But for like our parents weren't afforded these dreams that we have now. Born at the time, it was about being either nurse, policeman, teacher, those are the things. So when you talk about something like that, I just like, okay, do it, but we have span work first. So that was the whole vibe, like it's very beat orientated. So I get like anything I write, I'll get it from the beat. So the flow, topic, like it'll be depending on the feel and just my feel in general, I guess, not on the day. But I've written happy songs, sad. I've written sad songs, happy. So I'm just very beat orientated. It was what's this place? Cool Runnings. It was a dope experience, because at the time, that's when I was coming back in 2014, when I was like, okay, the homies want me to do this, so let's do this. So then I hooked up with a couple of dudes who are a Howard, and one of the homies was a DJ at Cool Runnings. So they just linked us up, like, yo, why don't you come handle shows at Cool Runnings? And then it just became a spot I was always at. And then just it grew. I did like a FA, I was doing 47th, places like that, and then I stopped. Very cocky, very arrogant on stage. It's like me, but it's not me, because it's like I want a man. If you put me on the stage, I have to own this. This has to be me, because I'm the main attraction now. So it's like very arrogant about it, you know. It's like I demand your attention type of thing. It's like I'll demand, but it's always through music, never antics, never any antics. But I demand it through the music. Trophies came about when my mentality changed. Like mentally, I lost my father last year, so like for a while, like almost like I think the whole year, I was just in this state. I can't do it. Like isn't I kept on looking at the negatives of what was happening in my life. I was like, oh, this is not going right. This is not going right. About type of thing. And the music I was making at that time, it like you could feel it. I could feel it. And then just 2019 January, I was like, nah. I just like nah. It's not what we're doing. It's not what we're doing this year. We can't do 2019 like 2018. So the writing changed. I just came up with these crazy ideas, and for some reason they felt very, very, very possible. Like the things I did this year, like I did this whole March Madness thing where every week I was dropping a video, dropping a song. Like it was things that people don't do, especially people like where I'm at. They don't do it, but I was like, but even if it's something you lose, I got nothing to lose. So let's just do that. So we're doing that. In April, I was just kicking out songs the whole time. And then trophies, I was working on trophies at the time when I was doing the other stuff. So it started with the last song on the tape, I Need Your Love. Yeah, that was actually the first song I made off of that. Yeah, and then all the other songs, they just came. I don't know, because the guy I was working with at the time, Percy, the beats he was giving to me at the time, I don't know, it was like he knew. They just had this feel. So I was just kicking him out. And then at the end, I was sitting like, yo, this is sonically, this is the same. It's a tape. And then that's when I started being conscious of the content I was putting in to those songs, So then that's when like songs like Hustlers came about. I'd say Father Son was late into it. See Me. Then songs like Suicide Doors, I just had that vibe about me at the time. And then Divine, I had the vibe about me at the time. Celebrity Status, all those songs just came up like basically almost at the same time frame, So it was like, okay, now we're winning now. Everything now, we take every single small victory as a big one, because now we have to look at the bigger picture. But even in the bigger picture, it's like a puzzle. So you have to understand that there's steps that you take towards. Like if a person's painting a big portrait, they have to start somewhere. So it was that vibe. Like, okay, so we're starting here. We're winning. And we're winning, and we're winning, and we're winning, and then like champion season, and then things just went. What happened was, you remember at the in the beginning of the year, where KO put out the tweet where he was critiquing people's music. It's like, yo, send me your links. I'll tell you how your music sounds. It was very harsh. Now with me not being a social person, I don't like being on social media and stuff. It's not my thing. This other homie of mine, this other kid, sent a link of my music to it, and he listened to it, and then he tweeted about it like, yo, I actually listened to this twice. This is actually very dope. Tag the homie. So the homie tags me, and I was in Rustenburg at the time. So my phone's just going off. It's blowing off. I was actually in Home Affairs. My phone's just going off. Like, oh, it's T. I look at my phone, hey bro, Mr. Cash Time. What? Everything's just going off. And then like the views for the video are just they like tripled in like a day or 2 days. Like triple, like shit, what's happening here? So I said tag the homie, then they went dead for like a long time. So every time I was coming back to Durban, people like, what's happening with KO? He said tag you. I'm like, nothing happened. What do you expect to happen? This is what happens on social media. Well, people say things because it's social media, you know, for just to look like something was gonna happen. And then in let's say April, I get a DM from Zulu, his friend and his manager. I'm like, long DM, like, yo, this is Zulu, I work with KO, what. Please contact us, whatever. We're trying to get a hold of you. We're trying to see if maybe we can work, see what we can help you. And like I'm like, it's a lie. It's a lie. I was chilling with my homie in Joburg. I'm like, bro, look at this. Like, call him. I'm gonna call him, but this is a lie. Then I call him, and like, yo, yeah, I tell you, so we actually want to do this. Where you from? Some Durban. So okay, let's link up and see, like, what's it? Just have a small talk and see what we can work out. And then we linked up, I think a month after or 3 weeks afterwards. We linked up at some restaurants in Joburg, and then we just and then that's when it was like, oh, now KO, like, yo, damn. And then we just chopped it up. On the day when we chopped it up and I left, they sent me a song to write for. I wrote, sent them back. They accepted the verse, like, yeah, that's the verse, don't change it. And then a few weeks later, they called me in studio, we recorded. And then, yeah, since then, it's just been clicking. It's dope, cause it's like, first it's like it's surreal a little bit, you know, cause you know him being an influence in my music, you know, being in studio with your influence and watching this thing happen firsthand now, it's like different. But Nakon, I mean, I think I'm very professional about things, so I understand that I'm there to work. I'll tell you, okay, no, let's do this flow, let's try this flow, okay, no, let's go back to the other flow type of thing, where it's like you'll piece it together until it's perfect. I think, or mind you, being very realistic, or mind you, I just want to make music. Well, I want to make music as a career. That's how I feed my family and how I feed myself. Well, so first and foremost, because I've been working for like almost 10 years. And I've been working in environments that are very harsh. So going into a musical environment would be the best thing to happen to me because of what I've gone through over the years. It's a very hard job. So like, first things first, like, yo, I want to be happy. I want to make music. If music pays the bills, I mean, that's the first thing. Along that path, I mean, but I think I'm very savvy with this, like even like paperwork. I take paperwork and I give it to people who know what's happening on that. So then they'll read it through and they'll tell me, oh, that's not it. I think now I want to feel out the reception with the whole KO feature album thing. Just to feel out the reception, just to understand what happens. Just to take it in, because I mean, it's tricky to just as soon as a platform you figure and you just want to jump off of it, because you never know how stable that thing is. So it's just being on the platform, standing on it. Just being on that platform and just standing on that platform and seeing how sturdy it is, and seeing if maybe I can build something on top of that, and then build something on top of that, build something on top of that. it's Loki SA everywhere. So Facebook, it's Loki SA. On my Instagram, it's at Loki SA _. Twitter at Loki SA _. Email book Loki SA at gmail.com if you want to feature.